In this video, we'll be talking about adding and subtracting integers, specifically using number line. For example, 3 plus 5. Now we all know 3 plus 5 equals 8. From the number line, we can see that if we start at 3, by adding 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those will be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the beginning point we start at 3 and we end up at 8. This is plus 5 going this direction. So anytime that we're adding a positive number, we're heading toward right, and vice versa. If it's a minus, we're heading toward left. In this case, we started at point 3 and we added 5 and ultimately ended up at 8. So from the number line, we can see that 3 plus 5 equals 8. Now, why is that important to display on the number line? Because when it comes to negative numbers, it's easier to understand from the number line perspective. As an example, when we have negative 8 plus 3, what is the answer for that? Now, if we put this on the number line, and we started negative 8, and we're adding 3 on top of that, meaning we're gonna go 3 point to the right. So this will become negative 7, negative 6, negative 5. So the starting point is 8, and the ending point is 5. And we're basically going 3 spaces over. So negative 8 plus 3 equals 5. Here's another example. 9 plus negative 4. When we see a question like this, the 9 plus negative 4 equals 9 minus 4. Because when you have a plus times a minus, it equals minus. And so that's why the minus was applied here. Now if we look at it from the number line, we'll see that by starting the point at 9 and we're minusing 4, which means we're heading toward the left direction 4 spaces. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we write it out, this will be 8, 7, 6, 5. So the starting point we have is at 9, and we're heading 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and ultimately we end up at 5. So the answer for that is 5. Here's another example. Negative 8 plus negative 4 equals. When we have, again, plus and then times by minus, we will end up with minus. So in this case, it will be rewritten as negative 4 minus 4. And from the number line, our starting point is going to be negative 8. And since we're subtracting 4, we're heading toward the left side at 4 spaces. Negative 9, negative 10, negative 11, and negative 12. So the starting point we have was at negative 8, and then we're going 4 spaces to the left, and we ended up at negative 12. So negative 12 was the answer, and negative 12 is the answer. Now, what if you want to change the order of the equation? For example, here we have negative 8 minus 4. What if we switch the position and want it to be negative 4 minus 8? Will the answer be any different? Let's take a look at it from the number line. Instead, if we start at -4, and we're gonna go 8 spaces to the left, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, and -12. So our answer would be the same, whichever way that. So our answer will be the same in whichever way that you want to do it. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, our final answer will be -12 still. Here's another example. -4 plus -5 equal. This question again can be written as -4 minus 5. Let's start with -4. From the number line, -4. And we're going to head toward to the left 5 spaces. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -5, -6, -7, -8, -9. So starting point is here, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heading that direction. So our final answer would be -9. Now for those who are a bit confused about how a number line look like, here is an example of a number line. I didn't draw the entire number line. Instead, I started, from whichever point it needs to be, and then I would go either left or right according to how many spaces I need. But a number line looks like this. And so, for example, if I was to start at 0, and I say I'm going to take 0 minus 3, then I would simply go 1, 2, 3. That's going left. And on my number line that I drew earlier, I would simply go like this, and then go 1, 2, 3, 3. And then I would just write out the numbers accordingly to save time. So just so that everyone's not confused, I'm basically writing it out like this to save time instead of drawing the entire number line. But a number line looks like this. So in this case, the answer would be -3. Now what if you have 3 numbers adding together? For example, 8 plus -2 plus 3. We will rewrite this as 8 minus 2 plus 3. And from the number line, I start my point at 8, and I'll go left. I go -2, so I will go toward the left 2 spaces. So this will be 7, and this will be 6. So starting point here, and go 1, 2. Okay? And then I need to add 3. So then I need to go back 3 spaces. So that will be 1, 2, and 3. So from here, now that I'm ending in 6, I would need to go 1, 2, 3. And my final spot will end at 9. Therefore, the answer would be 9. So it's quite important to visualize the adding and subtracting integers from the number lines perspective, because then you could actually visually see what numbers that it will end up to be. Now what if you have a negative number minus another number? in this example, -4 minus 5. Now to visualize this on a number line, and we're starting at -4, we know we need to go 5 spaces to the left. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be -5, -6, -7, -8, and -9. Starting point at -4, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our answer would be -9. Let's try another example of negative number minusing another number. I have here -6 minus 4 equal. Your starting point is -6, and you're going 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is -7, -8, -9, -10. So you go -6, 1, 2, 3, 4. And your final answer is -10. And if you have a negative number minus another number, you could also think of it in your head as 6 plus 4, and then change the number to negative. Now this only works on a negative number minusing another number. So it's a good practice to, when you see a negative number minusing another number, to simply add them together and then change the sign to negative. Okay, now what about a number minusing a negative number? So in this example, 8 minus -5. So here we have a double negative. What does double negative become? A negative times a negative equals positive. So because we have two negatives, that becomes a positive. So we have 8 plus 5. This is how we would rewrite it. And looking at from the number line, 8, and we're gonna go 5 spaces to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Starting point at 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll end up on 13, which means that the final answer is 13. Okay, let's try another example. 9 minus -3 equal. Again, we are seeing two negatives, and that becomes 9 plus 3. And from the number line, we're starting from 9 and go 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12. So the starting point at 9, and we go 1, 2, 3 toward the right, and our final answer is 12. So these are the examples of how you would add and subtract integers with the help of a number line. Thank you for watching.